Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Coin of World. Today we are going to explore the 5 Groszy coin of 1998 from Poland, and in this long detailed history we will understand its professional background, its cultural significance and its place in the Polish monetary system without skipping any aspect. The 5 Groszy coin is a small denomination coin of the Polish zloty, which is the official currency of Poland, and it belongs to the modern zloty system that was introduced in 1995 after a major redenomination that took place in the country. Poland had suffered from hyperinflation in the late 1980s and early 1990s, and to stabilize the economy and to build trust in its currency, the government decided to issue a new zloty. One new zloty was equal to 10,000 old zloty, and the coins and banknotes of the new system were designed with care to represent both economic stability and the rich culture and history of Poland. The 5 Groszy coin is an essential part of this system, as groszy are the subdivision of zloty, just like cents are for dollars or pence for pounds. There are 100 groszy in 1 zloty, and the 5 Groszy coin serves as a practical denomination for everyday transactions, especially in the late 1990s, when cash was still the main form of payment in Poland. The 5 Groszy coin of 1998 is made of brass-plated steel, giving it a distinct golden appearance that stands out among smaller copper-colored coins and larger silver-colored coins. Its diameter is about 19 millimeters, and it weighs 2.59 grams, making it a lightweight but durable coin. On the obverse side of the coin we find the national emblem of Poland, the crowned white eagle, which has been a powerful national symbol for centuries. The eagle is surrounded by the inscription Rzeczpospolita Polska, which means Republic of Poland, and the year of issue, which in this case is 1998. This side of the coin reflects both the sovereignty and the continuity of the Polish state throughout history. On the reverse side, the coin features a large digit 5 along with the word Groszy written below the numeral, and a decorative motif of stylized oak leaves, which is a recurring theme in Polish coinage. The oak leaf is symbolic of strength, endurance, and resilience, qualities that the Polish people have identified with throughout their turbulent history. To understand the 1998 5 Groszy coin, we must go back to the roots of Polish coinage. Poland has a long and rich numismatic history stretching back over 1,000 years. The first coins were minted under the rule of Bolesław I Chrobry in the early 11th century, and since then Polish coins have reflected dynasties, unions, wars, partitions, and rebirths. After Poland regained independence in 1918, the Polish zloty was introduced as the national currency, and it remained in use until the Second World War, when occupation forces introduced their own currencies. After the war, the zloty was restored, but the communist regime of Poland often devalued and restructured the money system, leading to INF. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Coin of World. Today we will talk about the Sverige 5 Öre coin from 1972. This coin comes from Sweden, a country with a long and rich numismatic tradition, stretching back many centuries. Sweden was one of the earliest nations in Europe to adopt coinage, and its history reflects the evolution of political power, economy, craftsmanship and culture. The 5-öre coin of 1972 belongs to the era of the Swedish krona, which was officially introduced in 1873 as part of the Scandinavian monetary union alongside Denmark and Norway. Under this union, the krona replaced the earlier riksdaler and became the standard currency. The coinage system was designed to be decimal, with 1 krona equal to 100 öre, and coins of different values were issued to serve the people in everyday trade. The 5-öre coin is one of the small denominations that played an important role in daily life in Sweden during the 20th century. By the time the 1972 issue was struck, Sweden was undergoing major social and economic transformations. The post-war years had seen the country grow into one of the strongest welfare states in the world. Industrial production was thriving. Companies like Volvo, Ericsson and Saab were making names internationally, and Swedish society was built around fairness, equality and development. Coins like the 5-öre were the smallest pieces of money that ordinary citizens carried with them, and they symbolized the practicality of the monetary system. The 5-öre coin of 1972 was minted in bronze, giving it a distinctive brown color. Over time, the bronze material could develop a patina, adding character to old coins. The obverse of the coin displayed the crowned monogram of King Gustav VI Adolf, who was the monarch of Sweden from 1950 until his death in 1973. The monogram combined the letters G and A for Gustav Adolf, topped by the Swedish royal crown. Surrounding this monogram were inscriptions in Swedish that represented the monarchy, and they state the reverse of the coin carried the denomination 5-öre along with the year 1972 and the country name Sverige, meaning Sweden in the Swedish language. This simple but effective design reflected both national identity and the practical purpose of money. King Gustav VI Adolf was a significant figure in Swedish history. His reign is often remembered for modernization of the monarchy and a more approachable royal family. He was deeply interested in archaeology and culture, and he represented a monarch who connected with ordinary people during his reign. Coins such as the 5-öre served not just as tools for commerce, but also as miniature symbols of the monarchy and national pride. In the 1970s, coins like the 5-öre were still widely used in everyday transactions. One could buy small goods such as newspapers, matches, or candies using öre coins, and they were essential for making exact change in shops, public transportation, and vending machines. However, inflation gradually reduced the practical value of such small denominations, eventually leading to their withdrawal from circulation. The 5-öre coin continued to be minted until 1984, after which it was discontinued, reflecting the changing needs of society, and the economy. The historical importance of the 5-öre coin extends beyond. Its face value for collectors. This coin represents a period of Swedish history, just before major currency reforms and modernization. It marks the final years of King Gustav VI Adolf's reign and carries with it the heritage of the Scandinavian monetary union system that had been in place for over a century. Each 5-öre coin minted in 1972 tells a story of its time, the artistry of its design, the symbolism of its inscriptions, and the daily life of Swedish citizens who carried it in their pockets. If we think about the larger picture, the 5-öre coin stands at the intersection of monarchy, economy, and culture. Money is never just about exchange. It is also about identity, power, and memory. When we look at the Sverige 5-öre 1972 coin, we see not only bronze metal struck with designs, but also the imprint of Swedish history. We see a connection to the monarchy. We see an economic system that valued even the smallest coin. We see a society where tradition and modernity coexisted. Today, the Sverige 5-öre 1972 coin is a collector's item, valued not so much for its purchasing power but for its historical significance. Numismatists study such coins to understand minting technology, metal composition, and design features, while historians place them in the wider context of Swedish society. Coins like this allow us to travel back in time to imagine how life was in Sweden during the early 1970s, a time of prosperity, cultural pride, and political stability. The coin is also a reminder of how even small denominations that once passed unnoticed in daily exchanges can become treasured artifacts of history. This concludes our long journey through the history of the Sverige 5-öre 1972 coin, but in reality the story of a coin is never finished. Every collector, every historian, every enthusiast who studies it adds another chapter. So as we look at this little bronze coin from Sweden, let us appreciate the artistry, the monarchy, the economy, and the society it represents, and understand why numismatics is not only about